Hi, my name's Greg Best. I work for Best Contractors. I'm here on a site today at Casuarina, and I'm just going to run through basic site setup for you. Right, first thing when you come onto a job site, on your plans you should have images of where the surfaces are and an as-build. So basically here we've got stormwater. You can see the stormwater here, and you've got sewer. And it's outside the boundary of the site, and it runs all the way around the perimeter, all the way down here. You just got to be mindful where they are, because you don't want to be coming into site and accidentally hitting them. So that's the first thing you need to do when you come to site. So it runs all the way down this edge as well. Down the verge, this is like another easement. That's where all the services normally run. They keep them out of your work site. And then down here underneath the footpath, you've actually got underground power and NBN. So you just need to be aware where all your services are. That's the first thing you need to do. And then when you get new people that come to your site, if you're running it, you need to explain to them, walk them through and show them where all your services are. Once you've done that, next thing is to come in and do your SED control. So on your plans, you should always have a SED control plan as well, which will tell you when you're doing any works, and if it rains, you don't want to have any water runoff into clean water drains and run onto other people's property. If you do, you get big fines, so you don't want that. So that's the next job you do. You go through, look at your SED controls, set them up. So you might need to put silt fences in place out here, because this might be your access in and out of the job. So you might have rumble grids, rock, just so it's free draining to get all the dirt and that off your tyres. In the curb and gutter, down here, just down there you got a gully pit. So if this is your work site and you've got material coming in and out here, you have to protect that gully pit. So you'd put some sandbags in the curb and up, and then have a little weir so it'll pick up all the sediment, and then the water will overflow and go in, and it should be clean water. So where we were looking before, this is your sewer at the back there. That was one of the manholes, so it says sewer manhole. And then there's a stormwater manhole over in that corner, and it's all outside. So this dark black line is the boundary of the house block, but that your sewer easement and your stormwater easement's outside it, all the way down. Then when you come into this area here, you got, which is along the footpath here, you got underground power, which shows you electrical box there. And then actually under the footpath, you got NBN, Telstra, running all the way along under the footpath. And then with your SED controls, so this line's here that's dots and then got broken line all the way around there, that's showing a silt fence, which shows you your silt fence installation here. It needs to be 150 in the ground, then backfilled, and then you need to have 600 out of the ground of the actual fence to protect it. So you've got your silt fence that end, another one this end, but it also shows for your side access down here. That's where you've got to have that rumble grid, so no water run off site when you're coming in and out, and you're not dragging any dirt onto the roadway. And then that was the one where I was talking about the gully pit just behind us there, with the sandbag check in there. So you have 3 layers of sandbags, but in the middle you have a little weir, so you might only have 2 sandbags. So the water can build up, catch the silt, and then the water can flow over instead of coming around that way. And also when you are working around services, if you're getting too close to that service within a metre or so, and you've got a bit of a deep excavation, which you're going deeper than the service or the same height, ideally you'd get it potholed, get a locator in, pothole, and they can do a vacuum excavation on it so they don't damage the service. Then you get a pick up and you know 100% where it is, so you're not actually hitting it with your machine. So that's the safest way to go. Once you've got all that, your services identified and your SED controls in place, next part is to come in the site, and then obviously we need to strip the grass off in our site. So you'll paint your boundary up, come through and strip the grass off. Because on this house block here, it shows on the plans, it shows all your cut and fill volumes. So on this one it's saying there's no cut, it's all fill. So 66 tonnes of imported material to come in. So once we strip that, we come in, we'll bring our fill in. But before we bring our fill in, we want to get our laser set up. We can show you how to set the laser up. We'll get our benchmark happening. We'll get to our height, then we can go around and then just check some heights with our laser, and then that's what you run your fill in at. Also, normally when you do set your site up, everything that you got in your site, make sure it's delineated, fence your site off, and then at the front gate of the site, you should have construction site keep out signs, correct PPE signs, what you require on site, and the UHF channel on site, and maybe even the supervisors, if he's here all the time, the supervisor's name and number on site. So whoever comes to site with deliveries, they know where they're going, they know who to talk to.